Good afternoon and welcome to a beautiful day here in Hammersmith. It's always beautiful when you're in the pub. Welcome to the latest Friday Afternoon Live with Accountancy Age editor Kevin Reid. It's lovely to have you back here joining us for our latest broadcast. It's very autumnal here in Hammersmith today. There's a bit of a chill in the air, a bit frosty. It's probably quite frosty and chilly in the offices of HM Revenue Customs at the moment, where there are plans that have been announced to rationalise its offices. We'll also be talking about the latest goings on with the Rangers EBT case. But we'll start off with HMRC. So they're looking over the next 5 or 6 years to run out 13 regional centres, which is going up with the closure of 130 offices around the UK. Supposedly these offices are out of date and not up to scratch. The move will also supposedly improve services and supposedly improve job prospects. The idea, of course, really is that HMRC is looking to save £100 million a year by 2025. So, you know, from my point of view, how is making £100 million of savings likely to improve services? Earlier this month, the Public Accounts Committee, which, as you'll be well aware over the last few years, been very critical of the taxman, said that its inroads in dealing with offshore tax evasion have been woefully inadequate, and its customer service is so bad that it's having an adverse impact on tax collection. So we want an efficient tax collection service. Personally, I think they should try and get the customer service and tax collecting at a good level, and then think about efficiencies. It's been something of an issue for me, and that's been my kind of point of view on that for several years now, as we've seen more and more tax cuts, more and more efficiency savings kind of made at the HMRC, which I think are probably a false economy. The CIOT, ACCA, ICAW, the big institutes are all kind of quite fretful about this direction of travel, and are looking for a moratorium before any more cuts are made. So we shall see how that pans out. Obviously, that's like a 6-7 year plan, strategy. We'll see the first of these closures and the first of these kind of big regional centres set up next year. And that's going to run through all the way through to 2025, when they're going to make this £100 million worth of savings. How much extra tax they're able to collect while making all these cuts and changes, only time will tell. But I don't think what's gone on over the last 10 years is necessarily a very positive move. So we should be watching that one very closely and see how that consultation period runs. Another point to note: there's no word in terms of job cuts at the taxman around this plan, but there will surely be some. And HMRC have kind of quite a bad reputation in terms of holding on to its most treasured and most clever staff in recent years, and in most experienced staff. So that's a little bit of a concern, to say the least. Moving on to the Rangers EBT case, as I'm sure you're very well aware, the old company, which was in liquidation, representatives have been going through the tax tribunals to see whether its EBT structures stood up to scrutiny, and obviously this was effectively where they were paying players and other staff in the form of loans, really, to avoid tax, without really ever expecting the loans to be paid back. What's interesting around this, obviously, the EBT case was lost. There's still another step that could be taken on that, but the taxman had offered a settlement scheme around EBTs. The taxman has told Accountancy Age that they will not be reopening the scheme. So if you are representing clients and you've told them to kind of hold on and see where this all pans out, you're not going to get these preferential rates again. And I think there's a big concern that we're going to see lots of tax advisors sued by clients, but we don't have the full details on this yet, but we shall see how it pans out, and I expect another update on the Rangers case and the fallout from that next week. So that kind of rounds up the two big stories of this past week. Callum, my trusty cameraman, have we had any questions that need broaching? We're all good.
No, not today.
Not today. Okay, great. Well, thank you for watching. Join us again next week for the next Friday Afternoon Live. See you around. Cheers.